Let's hand you back to our match commentator, to Peter Drury.
And so at the eventual end of this season like no other, a coronation unlike anything we have witnessed before. The presentation team comprises Richard Masters at the end of a debut campaign as the Premier League's chief executive, which has thrown at him more than he can have considered remotely possible. It has been an exceptional effort from him and so many around him that the season has reached something like a natural sporting end. And of course, with a mighty poignancy, Sir Kenny Dalglish, in front of almost nobody, gone 10:30 at night on Wednesday the 22nd of July, nearer the intended start of next season than the scheduled end of this. Nigh on a month since their triumph was confirmed, some 4 months since in normal times it would have been sealed. And now look, Shankly, Paisley, Fagan, Dalglish, Jurgen Klopp, from another city in another land, and yet somehow born to this one. At once he understood Liverpool, he has done so ably. But perhaps there is no deputy anywhere for Virgil van Dijk. Composure itself, utterly imperturbable.
He's the Anfield rock of that defence. He has made a remarkable difference on the football pitch, and not just because of his football, his composure, but his leadership, his command. A stunning introduction.
Roberto Firmino took the wrong turn. He certainly didn't this evening when he rose high to pummel in an Alexander-Arnold cross. Liverpool's number 9 with a proper centre-forwards goal. Wijnaldum on the score sheet tonight as well, and he's got the showbiz shades.
I was going to say, yeah, I mean, he's trying to look super cool, and to be honest, he's pulled it off.
It has the look of a rock concert, this, with the light show, and he has the look of a rock star. If Firmino and Salah don't get you, Sadio Mane will. The holy trinity up front for Liverpool has surpassed anything anyone else has to offer. His sheer dynamism, his different level. What a goal from Naby Keita tonight. He chose his night all right. And that one away from him. And then there's the Scouser. Of them all, he is the one who can say, I was born to this. My club, my city. Thank you, boss.
Alexander-Arnold, Route 66. What a player, what a talent.
And from right to left, they have become twins. What one does, the other matches. The coverage of yards, of miles, week on week, month on month, by those fullbacks is beyond ordinary. As indeed is James Milner, as ordinarily as he tries to portray himself. This now is a 3-time champion of England.
What an example he is. Just try to match his professionalism and you'll have quite a career.
And then there's Mo, as if you could forget. Tiptoeing up on another 20-goal season in the Premier League, and this time a season that is adorned with a medal.
A smile on Mo Salah.
And finally Jordan Henderson, 30 years old, the 30 years. The captain, a Dalglish investment, once doubted by some. The boy born in Sunderland in the summer of 1990 when Liverpool last ruled the land, and who grew one day to lift the European Cup And a year later, to follow now in the fabled footsteps of Ron Yates and Tommy Smith, Emlyn Hughes and Phil Thompson, Graham Souness and Alan Hansen, to skip a Liverpool to the title. At the end of the season they feared may never end. The longest wait, a generation on and more, for the 19th time in their history, for the first time in the Premier League, in the never-to-be-forgotten year of 2020, the champions of England again at last are Liverpool. And right now, they are the champions of the world. They are the champions of Europe, and they are the champions of their own land. In this moment, no bird flies higher than the Liver bird. No club anywhere carries the kudos of Liverpool Football Club. Game for game, the quickest champions of the Premier League era, and yet the latest. Not 30 years of hurt, 30 years through which twice they have conquered Europe. They've won the UEFA Cup, 3 FA Cups, 4 League Cups. They've not been hurting, but how they have been itching. And Jim, he brought it them.
He did. It's a club that will always succeed at a certain level, Peter, no matter what happens. But the bread and butter has always been the league, whether it be the First Division back in the day or whether it's the Premier League of today. And this is historic. This is hugely emotional. But those guys under Jurgen Klopp have been absolutely sensational, and you can't deny them the joy they're experiencing right now. This is what it's all about. This is what all the blood, sweat and tears goes into.
Liverpool, the 5th different champion in 8 years. Is there another major European league which competes with such variety and such depth as the English Premier League? This year, a league that belongs to Klopp and the Kop. And Liverpool, who had the thought, had the consideration to understand that this is for their people and it should be lifted on their people's patch. They chose to take hold of this trophy where their fans embrace them. And it always feels so churlish in these celebratory moments to throw ahead too far, because these are moments that must be cherished here, now, kept in their very hearts, in their very souls. But at some point they're going to have to settle, put their medals down and wonder, Jim, what's next?
Well, it was always the way it was done. We were told back in the day that once we received our medals that we could show them to our grandchildren. Don't look at them that much. And I think Jurgen Klopp might be giving them the same message in time to come.
But not tonight.
But not tonight. They'll enjoy it for a week or two, Peter, and then it all starts again.
But tonight, the glitz, the glamour, the fireworks, the light show, the medal, the trophy, the champions, Liverpool.
the scene at Anfield this evening. Fireworks, lasers, a spectacular show both on and off the pitch. And our thanks to Peter Drury, your match commentator, and Jim Beglin, the former Liverpool title winner himself. Jurgen Klopp's enthusiasm clearly infectious, and great to see some of the backroom staff joining him up on the podium as well, the likes of Peter Kravitz, the assistant manager who followed Klopp to Liverpool back in 2015. Pep Lijnders, the assistant manager who came back in the summer of 2018 after spending 3.5 years with the club, initially as under-16s coach at the academy for a season before taking up the newly created position of first-team development coach in 2015. John Ochterberg, Jack Robinson, Vitor Matos, and also Curtis Jones making sure that he got his medal coming on as a substitute today. 23 players getting a medal, along with Jurgen Klopp making it 24 in all. Jurgen Klopp, the 11th different manager to win the Premier League, and the 6th different Liverpool manager to win league titles since the Second World War. When you think back to how things began for him, his first managerial role at Mainz, 2001-08, when he led the club to the Bundesliga for the first time in their history, back in the 03-04 season. But here with this Liverpool team, this remarkable Liverpool team, what a tremendous achievement. The first 27 matches in the Premier League this season, they only drew one of them. That was away to Manchester United. They had that brilliant winning run in the middle of it all. When you see the likes of Jordan Henderson there, let's just remember that only 4 players to have played for Liverpool this season were actually alive the previous time the club won the league title. James Milner, who is the only previous Premier League title winner at the club, Adrian, Adam Lallana, Dejan Lovren, and Jordan Henderson himself, born 50 days after they last clinched the title back in April 1990 under Sir Kenny Dalglish.